I said, let me ask you a question. And he said, nobody ever asked this question. And it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT.
You know, the nature of a democracy is such that I think there's a duality.
Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery?
An incredible strength in what it does to protect the freedoms and rights of its people. Oh, there's great strength in that.
And the battery's now underwater, and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there.
On the one hand, there's an incredible strength when our democracy is intact.
By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark.
And it is very fragile.
I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was.
It is only as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand.
And so that's the moment we're in. And I say do not despair, because in a democracy, as long as we can keep it in our democracy, the people, every individual has the power to make a decision about what this will be. And so let's not feel powerless.
A young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too, a lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat.
Let's not let and I get it, overwhelming nature of this all make us feel powerless, because then we have been defeated. And that's not our character as the American people.
10 yards or here. Do I get electrocuted if the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking?
We are not one to be defeated. We rise to a moment, and we stand on broad shoulders of people who have fought this fight before for our country.
Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted, or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted?
And in many ways, let us look at the challenge then that we are being presented and not be overwhelmed by it. The baton is now in our hands.
Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, you know, nobody's ever asked me that question.
To fight for, not against, but for this country we love. That's what we have the power to do. So let's own that. Dare I say, be joyful in what we will do in the process of owning that, which is knowing that we can and will build community and coalitions and remind people that we're all in this together.
I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water.
Let's not let the overwhelming nature of this strip us of our strength. That's how I feel about this.
But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time.